was born in South Korea. South Korea is a very small peninsula located in Asia. I came from a very different background and a very different culture than most of my current classmates. I lived in South Korea all my life during my childhood. My childhood in Korea was very fun, always playing with my friends after school, eating Korean food all the time, and just enjoying my life in a crowded and urban town where I was from. I was a very outgoing kid who was always most popular among my peers, and always got along with everyone I met. I had a lot of friends who I played around with all day, all the time. All the adults from my town liked me because I never discriminated, and I never let any kid be an outcast. Now that I think about it, that was probably the happiest time of my life. However, at age 10, there was a huge change in my life. Everything and everyone I knew were gone from my life, left behind on the other side of the globe, when I heard the news that my family and I were moving to the United States. I was very sad and uncomfortable with leaving my home for a new world full of different people. I did not even know anything about the US, and I have never even heard of this place. On August 5th, 2005, my family and I moved from an urban town in South Korea to a suburban town in the States. I immigrated to Long Island, New York, a very suburban and tranquil place. My town was mainly consistent of Italians, Jews, or war veterans. When I first looked at my neighborhood, I was so scared, feeling out of place. The hardest time in my life was the first time I went to an American school. I was displayed in front of the class and was introduced to my peers who did not look anything like me. I felt like an object being watched and observed by many strangers. During classes, I did not talk. Rather, I could not talk. I did not know any English when I came here and was completely unaware of the American culture. I spent a lot of time crying, in school bathrooms, in my house. Everywhere I was, I felt so useless and small. Even though some of my American classmates sat next to me during class and lunch, my mind was not with them, or with the class. It was wandering off to my home in South Korea with all of my friends back home. I was like a baby. I could not do anything on my own, and had to rely on my parents and my sister, who spoke better English than me. I did not have any friends in school, and my personality completely changed from an outgoing extrovert to a shy, quiet introvert. However, things started to change for the better. I was starting to learn the language and started to get used to the American culture. I progressed very quickly and started fooling around with my classmates and making friends. The homeworks and vocabulary quizzes were still very hard, but with the encouragement from my very kind teacher, I began to open my mind and heart towards America. It was not easy opening an already closed and wounded heart, but because I had so many people who loved me and cared for me, I was able to make progress every day. The biggest encouragement I had was my homeroom teacher, who encouraged me and cared for me all the time, not just in class, but also out of class. She pushed me to do my best and try my hardest at everything. Without her, I would not have been able to learn English this fast. Eventually, with her support, I overcame my academic and linguistic obstacles, which I had faced when I first came to the US. One of the most significant events, which made me truly blend in with the American culture and my American friends, was when I played football in middle school. I was very tall and athletic for my age, and therefore was able to get on the team. Through my football team, I bonded with so many different friends and adjusted very well into the closeness of my town peers and their crew of friends. After 3 years of struggle and hardship, I overcame the language barrier and the social barrier, which stood in my way when I first came to America. Without the help of my friends and family, I would not have made through these hardships. I know the pain and the suffering of teen immigrants. Everything is hard and nothing is on your side. However, if you try to show people around you that you're willing to open your heart, there will be a happy ending.